Hello, and welcome to part two.
Thank you, Alexander. Well said. Any questions? Actually, I might quickly ask one myself, Alexander. Sorry. One of the things that I've found most concerning are the number of people that have to even go to Melbourne for basic health services because they don't necessarily feel as though a safe or welcoming environment. Or can you maybe elaborate on any experiences either yourself or others that you know have encountered and why they feel they need to go to Melbourne still?
Well, when I first moved here, I couldn't find any place that I thought would be safe.
Yep.
I searched all medical clinics, any kind of sign, any kind of rainbow flag, something that I knew that I could go in and I would get what I need without someone questioning me or refusing me. And I ended up having to go to a doctor and hide the fact that I was trans purely so I could get the medical help that I needed. And there's so many people that are in that exact position. I have so many clients that have put off accessing adequate care, have put off even the medications that they should be taking because they're in a regional town, and some that are right here in Ballarat, purely because they don't know what's safe and they don't know where to go, or they've had negative experiences, or they've heard people in the community talk, and the community talks very quickly. So we still definitely have a long place, we still have a lot of work to do, and I think that starts from government forward. And if we could all support medical clinics to getting rainbow ticks, doctors to get training, encouraging people to do that from the top, I think that's the thing that's going to work.
Thank you, and I appreciate you sharing that, and I'm sorry if it was more of a personal question, but I appreciate you sharing that nonetheless, so thank you.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you.
Thank you. So just before you leave, Councillor Hargraves has a question.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. That was really valuable. One thing you mentioned then that sort of spiked my interest, so going into something like a doctor's surgery or a GP clinic or whatever, so just being able to see like a rainbow flag sticker or something, you're saying that's I don't know, a good sign coming in that it's going to be a place that is, I think that kind of links back into the education factor of it. Like, I wouldn't have known, we used to have a sticker up somewhere in the yoga studio that someone put in there, and I was like, until you said that, it didn't really click to me what that actually means and what that signals to the LGBTQIA community. So is this the kind of thing, working educationally, that an advisory committee could offer?
Definitely. So I feel like with a sticker, it's not necessarily just anyone puts up a sticker. It would involve someone that knows what that sticker represents. Hopefully that means people in that organisation have had inclusive training to what that actually means. And just seeing that, I know that someone in that building understands me. I know that I am welcome in that place and I can go past that front door. So that's the kind of thing that I personally would be looking for, and I know that my clients are also looking for that. Just some kind of representation that somebody knows what we need and that somebody wants us there.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you, Alexander, and again, I know we're probably straight into personal territory, but I appreciate you answering that, and sorry again if we've asked too much, but I appreciate you giving that insight. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next representation is to be read out. It's from Daniel Tesorio. No, sorry, is Daniel present or no? So we'll get it read out in that case. Thank you.
Thank you, and through you, Mr. Mayor. The presentation is as follows. I'm writing to oppose the formation of the LGBTIQA+ Advisory Committee. My name is Daniel Tesorio. I'm a gay man living with my future husband in Ballarat. We're opposing this committee as we have spent years fighting to be treated the same as the rest of the community. This community makes a mockery of this fight and ultimately sends us backward. A special committee makes us all look like victims when we are not. Not anymore and never again. The perceived victimhood of the individuals pushing for this is precisely that, perceived. Nearly everything in this report is already happening and therefore redundant. I would also like to raise concern about who would make up this committee. I trust it wouldn't be any known lobby or pressure groups, as that would be a conflict of interest. We need to use this money elsewhere for people who need it, such as the homeless and disadvantaged. In closing, I would implore you to think about the real motivation for this committee. We are not any more a victim of modern times than anyone else in the community. We won that fight. Please don't send us backwards.
Okay, thank you for that representation. Our next representation is also to be read out, I think, from Ange Elson.
Thank you, and through you, Mr Mayor, the presentation is as follows. I wish to lend my support to the affirmative side of the conversation in the chamber tonight in relation to the City of Ballarat activities and relationship with the LGBTIQA+ community. The LGBTIQA+ community in Ballarat contributes massively to the economic, social and wellbeing of community. And research shows that when we are included, our community is more than broadly inclusive. Everyone benefits. There are many good things that happen in Ballarat that we can be proud of, but we can and should do better, and that leadership starts with council. We all deserve to live our best lives, and we need you all to support us to do that. I therefore urge you to affirm the proposed actions and further strengthen your commitment as an employer of choice, as a service provider and as an organisation that many groups and organisations look to for leadership on inclusion and diversity matters.
Thank you for that presentation.
See you soon for part 3.